I have on test finally the brand new BYD Sealion 7 full electric SUV that compete with Tesla Model Y. It's a very interesting car, probably one of the most wanted car these days in many countries, this Sealion 7. I have a separate video with it where I explain you everything about the car, a full static review. Definitely check out that video to see the interior, material quality, multimedia system, technical data. In this video I will drive the car and I will give you the feedback on how it's on the road. And I have with me the top of the range version, the Excellence version, which came with two electric motor, one on the front, one on the rear. It's all-wheel drive, it comes with a bigger battery, and it comes also with 20-inch rims, alloy wheels. I will show you in a second. And this beautiful exterior design. More about the car, check out the full review because there you can get more information. Also, if you want to see the car, test drive the car, buy the car, if you're in Germany, around Germany, definitely check out Auto House Ries. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. They are super nice. They have all the BYD new cars here in Germany, so definitely check it out if you are in Europe. On this version, on top of the range version, it comes with 20-inch rims. On the other entry-level version come with 19-inch wheels. What I was impressed is that those alloy wheels are really nice and good quality. Plus it has red brake calipers, ventilated brake disc on the rear. On the front you don't have only ventilated brake disc, but you have cross-drilled brake disc and 4 pistons, red brake calipers. Super good brakes. We will talk about that. This is the key, by the way, what you can do with the key, lock and unlock the car. It comes also with keyless entrance and those handles that goes inside the door, which will improve the aerodynamic. But the cool part is that even if you are outside the car, you can press this button here for a few seconds and you can start the system and then the climatic system from outside, which is really great. And when you go inside the car will be ready to drive, and also you will have the perfect temperature inside. Enough with that, let's go inside. By the way, the doors and the quality, it's really impressive. You can hear it. It sounds really nice. So everything you touch, it's very good quality. I was so impressed with this car. Also on the doors, super good quality, leather everywhere. On this top of the range version, it comes with real animal leather, so those are real leather and they look really nice. They look a lot like some Mercedes. Somehow it comes from Mercedes, some design, at least this area here. And you can also adjust this area electrically. You can extend this area, but I have to put the contact first. So let me put the contact. I have to press the brake in order to be able, let me start it just like that. Now the system is on, and then from here, look at this, you can adjust this area. Oh, come on, from here, sorry guys, not from here. Here is the lumbar position, look at this, and here you can adjust this area electrically. How cool is that? So you have so many adjustments in those seats. Also they are heated, they are ventilated, and they are super comfortable. Even though they look like a sporty seats, they are made to be comfortable. Also it comes with a nice panoramic glass roof, LED light, ambient light on the dash, on the doors, normal pedals on this version. You have BYD on this aluminum plate. Anyway, super good quality everywhere you touch. Also some storage space down here with USBs, super nice. Anyway, more details about that, I will leave the key down here. You will find out in the review video. I recommend you to go and check out that video if it's already on the channel. Probably it's already on the channel. Let me put a seat belt. It's pretty cold outside. It was raining the last 2 days. I will go to climatic system and turn on the seat heater, because we need that. You can see you have 2 positions for ventilation and 2 positions for heated. Then you have also the steering wheel, which can be heated mirrors and windows and so on. And you have also this purification for the air inside, because it has these super extra filters that can filtrate even small particles like PM 2.5. Climatic system will be on level 1. 22 degrees. Navigation, I already set it to a destination around here. I don't know the roads very well here in Germany in this area, but I hope I can get a little bit on the highway, also on the country roads, so we can have a nice mix. We can reset the consumption, and I will give you the feedback on how is the suspension, the visibility, the comfort, and so on. Probably you already saw on my other video, it's kind of the same software and hardware of the screen, the same as on BYD Tank. You can also turn this super nice screen vertically or horizontally. You can do it from here. You cannot do it from the buttons on the steering wheel like you can do on BYD Tank, but you can do it from here, and you can choose how you like to have this screen. This is super cool, super fancy. It comes also with 360 degrees camera, which you can activate it from the steering wheel, and it has one of the best 360 degrees camera because you have this super big view all over the screen, allow you to see the objects very well, and also the resolution of the cameras, it's great, 360 degrees around the car, so incredible cameras. Definitely one of the best. Now you can adjust the steering wheel manually, up, down, forward, backward. Very simple. You can find your position extremely easy. I like those seats. They are very similar with some, as I said, some Mercedes cars. They are so comfortable, so plushy. You have side support. The steering wheel, it's also in real leather on this version, and it feels really wonderful as you touch it everywhere. It feels soft and nice. I like that, and also everything seems to be very well built. You have physical button for different functions. You can see in the front a lot of information there from the battery and stuff like that, but you can also choose to see the navigation, and you can see on the right side you can choose to have the full navigation on the screen. Why is not working? Usually it should work. Here you can see also the consumption. I will reset it before we leave, but here on the right side you can have the full navigation on the screen just like that. This is awesome. You can choose to have it small or you can choose to have it big. You have a few configuration, but it's great that you have the options to have the full navigation here. It's much more easier to see, even though the car comes also with a head-up display directly on the windshield. I think you can see it right there, and it has good colors, good resolution, doesn't bother you too much, so it's really nice. Also, we can switch to see in the middle when we activate Autopilot from here. I will show you when we go now on the road, and we will test all those safety features. Here in the middle you have the shift-by-wire transmission, which looks so good and it feels very good quality. You have also these plates from where you can activate the hazard light, auto hold function, and you have start stop engine button, and from here, from these physical buttons, you can choose the level of recuperation, larger or standard, high or standard, or here you can change different driving mode. It comes with 4 different driving modes: sport, snowland, you can go on snow, this is so cool. Change also the graphic, eco, normal, or sport. Super cool, right? So we will try all those driving modes. We start in eco, and then this is the parking button. Other than that, very nice armrest, everything seems to be fine. Good, pretty fine visibility also in this mirror, but great visibility on the side mirrors. Now if I go into the menu here, the car comes with so many settings. If we go to the energy setting, we can activate this iTach, which is a fantastic system which will kind of send the torque between front and back and wheels, so it can give you a good stability. Here is the regenerative brake, large or standard. We will start on standard. We will change later on large. Energy consumption, right now I will clear the graphic and reset the consumption so we can see in the end what kind of numbers we can get, just like that. And then if you go to vehicle, right here you have steering wheel, comfort or sport. We will leave it on comfort, and brake assistant mode, sport or comfort. We will leave it on comfort. Other than that, those are all the settings which you can set. And here I wanna reset again. Perfect. Just reset the consumption and let's drive it. We have 54% battery, 273 kilometers, and I want to give you some technical data before we start driving, important technical data about the car. The version, as I said, is the excellence version. That means it's all-wheel drive, top of the range, 2 electric motors, 1 on the front, 1 on the rear. It comes with BYD Blade battery, the latest technology when it comes to battery. And as you probably know, BYD as a company began in the beginning as a battery company. That's why they are so advanced when it comes to battery, and that's why the technology from the battery on the BYD cars are the latest. They are the safest battery in the world because it uses LFP battery, and they pass the penetration test without exploding or catch on fire. And even if you make accident with those cars, they are extremely safe. And not only safe, but BYD claim that you can reach with this BYD LFP battery up to 1.2 million kilometers, so over 15-20 years of life. So one of the most reliable batteries on the market, even though the disadvantage is that they are not as dense as the NMC batteries. The range of the car 502 kilometers, but in the city BYD claimed that you can reach up to 615 kilometers, depending on the condition and weather. Charging speed 230 kilowatt in DC, 11 kilowatt in AC on this bigger battery. Power 523 horsepower, 690 newton meters, which is more than enough. 4.5 seconds 0 to 100. Top speed 215 kilometers per hour. Weight of the car 2435 kilograms. It's much more heavier than the Tesla Model Y because it used this LFP battery, 91.3 kilowatt hour battery. It's pretty heavy, pretty big battery, but it's very good because it lasts longer in time. So it has up to 5,000 life cycles charge and discharge, BYD claims on official website. So this is impressive. So I prefer to have a little bit more weight and have a battery that will last for many years, then change it. I'm curious to see how it's with this weight on the road. Then ground clearance 16 centimeters, turning circle 11.7 meters. Price of this car, top of the range, start at 58,990 euro, but comes with a lot of standards, just the color you can choose. And suspension in the front, double wishbone independent, and on the rear, independent multi-link suspensions. So those are the most important technical data about the car. Let's drive it, guys. Press the brake, put it in drive, and let's drive it. I'm really curious to see how is this car on the road. I'm really excited, to be honest, to find out and to test it, because I think this car have the potential to be phenomenal. I mean, I have the potential to be the best car, best electric car which you can buy, at least in this class. And you can see every time you take a curve or every time you change and turn the signals, sometimes at low speeds, it's also activate the camera, if I'm not wrong. So you have to go slow. I think it's a settings which I saw also on BYD, which is very useful. Yes, exactly, look at this. So when you turn the signal, you can see it right there, left and right. It will activate the cameras, which is very useful. And again, very good resolution on those cameras. I will drive a little bit slower right now. I want the other cars to pass by because I want to test something. So if you go here into the menu, I want to go to the efficiency, and you go to energy, and then we are on standard. So right now on standard, when you accelerate, for example, let me show you. When you accelerate on standard, you accelerate and then release the acceleration, the car, it's almost completely rolling. So it doesn't have any, just maybe 2-3% of recuperation. But when you go to larger, that's higher recuperation. So when you release the acceleration, it will recuperate more energy. So you can see right here, accelerate, and if I release it, you can see it's much more stronger. It's not very strong as I was expect, but it's pretty strong. Also, you have a nice graphic there that shows you what happened with the energy when the car recuperate, when the car use. And look at this. This is the larger. You release and it's recuperating. It's not as strong as the Tesla one, and it also doesn't have one pedal drive. I think if this BYD will have one pedal drive, will be incredible. But you know, one pedal drive, that means if you release the acceleration, it's not going to go to a completely stop. This is something that I wish to have on every single electric car. You can see now at some point it's just rolling. You have to press the brake and then we'll engage the auto hold. Other than that, yeah, keep in mind that even though you are on the strong recuperation, it's not very strong. This is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because you're not going to lose too much energy through the friction, right? And it's much more efficient like that, you know. But sometimes you want to have a much more powerful recuperation. So you can see accelerate, release it, and then it is powerful, but it's not very powerful as you have on other electric cars or Tesla Model Y, which is a direct competitor. And also you can choose on standard. Standard probably is good to use on the highway at long roads when you're not braking too often, but if you drive in the city, it's much more recommended to go on larger, on high, because on high you will have that options, you know, to also anticipate the traffic and recuperate the energy without pressing the brake. Even though when you press the brake, the car first will recuperate the energy and then will use the physical brakes. But yeah, I'm really curious about that too, because now it's for the first time when I drive the car. I didn't drive it before, as some other cars I drive it before, but this one didn't drive it. So now the steering wheel, it's on comfort, so that means it's pretty soft and assisted. I like that. This is quite good. Yeah, it's quite light, the car. I was expect to feel a little bit heavier because it's quite heavy, but it's not. It feels relatively light and easy to drive. The position of driving is quite high. I have good visibility around the windows, good visibility in the mirrors. Here is great. The car comes with double glass on the front, simple glass on the rear. This kind of the same as Model Y. Model Y have also kind of a double glass on the rear, but a little bit tinier. You can see right now, release the acceleration, and the recuperation is not as strong. It's not one pedal drive. You have to press the brake and you have to press it in order to engage auto hold, but it's good that it comes with auto hold function. It's silent inside. Sound insulation seems to be good. It's a nice, pleasant feeling here, like a premium feeling. Also the seats are very comfortable. I like that. Also the headrest seems to be straight and nice. I like that too. Good visibility here. I like very much the navigation because it shows you so clear the directions, where you should go, how you should drive, and on which lane you should stay. Sometimes it's not so good on other cars. The blind spot view monitoring right there, it's on the mirror, which is also very useful. Yeah, I like this. I like the suspensions. The suspension seems to be very, very comfortable. Yeah, it's very comfy. Definitely very comfy. I like it. And it feels smooth. The pedal feels smooth. Steering wheel. I guess it's more, my first feeling is like it's more set up to be comfortable than sporty. Let's go on this lane here, because we have to go left. Let's go left here and then we will turn around. I want to go also a little bit in the city before we go outside. I like it, to be honest. I definitely like the driving feeling until now. I like the grip, the steering wheel size, and the view is nice. We have a different, yeah, right there. Head-up display, it's also very nice positioned right there in the front, so didn't bother me too much. It's very nice blend in with the glass, with the windshield. Visibility here is not the best, but I have that 360 degrees camera, which I can activate all the time, which is great. Oh wow, the turning circle, let's see here, seems to be pretty good. Yeah, I'm really curious. Let's see here in the roundabout. Oh, it seems to be better than Model Y. It feels better. It feels like you can turn it in small space much more faster, much more easier than Model Y. I'm curious the new Model Y if it's better, if it has a turning circle better than the old one, but this BYD Sealion 7 seems to be better on turning circle. And also seems to run very quiet, and the suspension seems to be a little bit more comfortable, even though it's a little bit heavier. I'm curious over big bumps, but over small bumps it feels pretty comfy. And again here, release the acceleration and the car is recuperating the energy, but it's not very powerful. So now I still have to press the brake a little bit. So you still have to use the brake a little bit. So if you're coming from a normal internal combustion engine to this car, I'm not talking about hybrid or stuff like that, normal, pure, I think you will like that, because the transition will be much more smoother than use one pedal drive. So you use also a little bit the brake and the pedal, and also the transition between recuperation and the physical brake seems to be very good made, seems to be smooth, which is good. Although I wish to have the option on this car to have one pedal drive. So BYD, if will hear me in the future, will be amazing if we will have the options to have one button checkbox for one pedal drive. But it's not a must have. It's something nice to have, you know, like an extra. But I think you can get used with it like that without any problem, so you can also drive it easily. But I like that you can go around the corners very easy. It feels agile, even though it's heavy. Look at this, it feels pretty agile. And I'm driving in eco mode now, man. I mean, I'm in eco mode. Wow, impressive. And it's pretty quick even in eco mode. It's more than powerful. I feel like the car is gripping very well the ground. I like that. And also you see, at those kind of speeds, the recuperation mode, it's perfect. You know, in certain conditions, the power of the recuperation mode, like it is right now, it's perfect. Like we're driving 60, 70, 80, up to 100, between 30 and 100, it's perfect. If you drive in the city and you have a lot of traffic, it's great one pedal drive. But those kind of speed, look, it's much better to have this type of recuperation, and then you switch it to normal or standard recuperation from here. And then standard is great when you go on the highway, long trips, so the car is rolling, you're not losing too much energy to the friction. So it's great. It makes a lot of sense in certain situations, but will be nice to have this add-on. Other than that, look at this. Ooh, even in eco mode it feels quick. It pushed me back in the seat, but in a nice way, in a nice manner. So wow, the power comes so smooth, but in the same time powerful. I like it. I like that. Suspension, it's slightly better than Model Y, but it's not super comfortable. It still has a little bit of sportivity, and the car, it doesn't feel like a boat, at least not this version with bigger battery. Probably the versions with smaller battery, I didn't test it, but this one, because it's also heavy, the suspension are comfortable setup, but it's heavy and it sits pretty well. It doesn't feel like leaning too much. Of course, it's not a super sporty, but I was expect to be more like a boat, to lean a little bit more in curves, but it's not. So it sits pretty well on the road. So that mean will be a great cruiser for long distances. So it has also pretty good stability. And right now the steering wheel is on comfort, and I already saw that in the city you can turn it around in corners very well. And the turning circle seems to be slightly better. And seems to be good and easy to go around with it. So you can see right now we are in standard recuperation, so the car is most of the time rolling, so it's acting almost like a pure internal combustion engine. But I prefer, to be honest, on this car the larger recuperation, so I will probably drive all the time on larger. Maybe when I go on the highway high speed to put it on standard, but larger will make more sense for me. I like it much more when I release to feel a little bit of brake. You can see, accelerate, you release, and it has some brake added to it, so will be nicer to drive only with one pedal from time to time. Even though I noticed that, look, accelerate, and when you brake, the transition between regenerative brake and physical brake, it's very smooth, you don't feel it. So the system it's very smart and well made. Also acceleration in eco mode, man, the way it grip, I like the acceleration. And then yeah, it has phenomenal brakes. Let's don't forget that it comes with ventilated cross-drilled brake discs, and you have 4 pistons on the front. Great brake discs. Yeah, I like it. I like the pedals. I like the way it comes, the brake and the regenerative brake. It's really smart made. Definitely they did a great job. Let's see here. If you brake a little bit harder, look at this. Yeah, you don't feel the transition. This is good, very good made. So the car, it's run very smooth and nice. I like it. I definitely think they did a great job. It feels premium. Now, what I'm curious, let's change the driving modes. Let's go to sport mode, man, to see how it is. In eco mode was quite quick, kind of push me. It gave me smooth, but in the same time push me back. Now in sport mode, let's see how aggressive it is. Immediately you feel the you feel the acceleration pedal much more sensitive. And what I want to change here, let's go to vehicle, steering mode sport, and also brake assist sport. Let's see how it is right now. It gives you this warning from that your eyes is not on the road, which is great. A great feature, great safety feature. Oh, acceleration is much more quicker. Wow, I can feel the brakes now. A little bit more powerful, and they feel a little bit different with this setup. Now the steering wheel, it's a little bit stiffer. But I feel it has a little bit of delay to the wheels, so it's not set up exactly as Tesla feel a little bit more sportier, feel a little bit more direct to the wheels. This one have a little bit of delay like in other car manufacturers, which is nice, or depend how you prefer. But you can definitely see that this one it's set up to be comfortable, you know, to have that power, but to be comfortable, you know, to be set up like probably it's somewhere 60% comfort, 40% to sportivity. So they definitely design it to be comfortable, to be a great daily driving car. And it is. The seats are great, the suspension seems to be great. Not huge difference, but not huge difference between the Model Y actual. But it's good, it's pretty good. You feel a little bit of, when you go over the big bumps, you feel a little bit that the car is heavier, and you feel the suspensions, but over small bumps it's comfy. Overall, I can say I like it. I feel it's like a premium car. It feels well built. Doesn't have any flaws or something like that. Until now I didn't find anything. I'm really curious to test some acceleration and some high speed, but here in the city sound insulation seems to be fine. Not extraordinary, but fine. Probably I will give it a 7 from 1 to 10 to the sound insulation. Can be better. Now 100 km/h, very smooth, very smooth. The car is running very smooth, very comfortable, very good cruiser at high speed. You don't hear too much wind noise, which is good. Aerodynamic is great, and also it has a good feedback overall at those kind of speeds. It's pretty silent. You can also activate Autopilot from here. By the way, you can set the distance between the car in front. From here you set up the ACC activated. You can see the car, it tells you that right now it's activated, and you can see right there on the screen how the car, it's accelerate, it's brake, it's keep the distance. You can set the speed, and the car will do the job for you. And it's very easy to adjust it because you have physical buttons here. I also tested on BYD Tang, but I'm really curious if this one it's better or improve from the other older versions, because this is the latest add-on. And yeah, usually it's doing fantastic on the highway, but on the national roads, on big curves, it has some problem. But this one seems to be pretty good. It stays good between the lanes. Yeah, it's doing fine. Let's go down to 50 here. We go in the city, so 50 km/h. 30 it's in the nighttime here. 50 kilometers. It's still driving itself, which is great. And it's adjusting also the speed limit automatically, which is also good. You can see right now driving 50. It's still driving itself, still stay between the lanes. As long as the lanes are visible, I see the car is doing super well. Can help it a little bit. Just like that. Quite fine. Yeah, I like it. It's doing fine. It's doing fine. It's not scared of other cars. Now I can higher the speed. Let's go to 70 here, and we have some curves. Let's see that. It's warning you from time to time to put your hands on the steering wheel. I have the hands and the fingers here, so I'm paying attention to the road. Let's see here. This is a hard one. Yeah, it's doing fine. It's doing fine. It's doing good. Look at this. It still drives itself. I have my hands here for the safety, but it's doing, yeah, doesn't feel as safe as the Tesla one. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I have to stay more with the car, but it's doing fine. It's doing relatively good. Look at this. Yeah, it's doing great. And on the highway it's doing even better, because there is not so complicated. Those are really complicated roads. But I feel like the car is going a little bit left, a little bit right, so it's not staying 100% between the lanes, but it's still doing great. Look at this. I mean, it's really good system. Not the best on the market, but it's very good. And I feel like they improve a little bit more from the BYD Tang. I'm not sure if it's the same, depend also on many conditions, but I feel like it's doing extremely well. And you can see right now it's just doing the job automatically. It's driving, it's accelerating, it's braking, so pretty good system. Look, even here we don't have lanes on the right side. The car it still know where to stay and how to drive. Even here, what? Look at this, man. Yeah, I think they improve it. If I remember well, last time when I tested the BYD Tang was not that good. This one is pretty good. So great job. If the car did so well here around those roads on the highway, is doing perfect. So great job. Good autopilot. Good safety systems. And I just deactivated. I pressed the brake and it's deactivated automatically. So yeah, I'm happy that I test this too. Probably we can go on the somehow on the highway to test it there as well, but on the highway it will be extremely easy for the car. We are still in sport mode, and I still want to try some acceleration a little bit later. Maybe we can catch some roads where we can drive a little bit faster. But yeah, seems to be relaxing. I have the heating on, the seats on, and it's nice and warm and comfortable. Good visibility, pretty silent. Suspension, as I said, they feel pretty good. I would say from 1 to 10 I will give it an 8. They are more comfortable than actual Model Y. I'm really curious to see the new one, how it is, but in comparison with the actual one, they definitely are better. Now we go on 70 here. We can accelerate. Oh wow, that was quick. That was quick. It has some power. It has more than enough power, and seems to love to accelerate. The acceleration seems to be good. I'm curious also when you drive a little bit quicker on the curves, how fun it is to drive, but here seems to be quite fine. in terms of accelerating. Wow, it's pretty powerful. It definitely pushes you back in the seats. There's nobody behind, so we can test also some acceleration here from scratch. Oh, it's gripping well. It's gripping good. Wow, 100. It's quick, man. It's quick. I didn't expect to be that quick. Whoa, and it's fun to drive. The brakes are great. It sits really well on the curves. Now the steering wheel, it's stiffer, but it's still assisted. It's not direct like on Tesla. It has a little bit of delay, but it sits really well. It's a great cruiser. It's a great, comfortable family car. It's not made to be sporty. It's made to be sporty only when it accelerates. On the curves, it's not so fun to drive as Tesla. So if you wanna have a more sportier car, let's say Tesla is more sportier, a little bit more stiffer everywhere, and also in steering wheel. But this one, if you want a comfortable car, you can orientate to this BYD Sealion 7 because it's much more comfortable. It seems to be much better cruiser for long distance and overall driving, and also the seat seems to be better made. So man, I like it. It's quick, it's nice, the grip is good, but yeah, from my understanding until now, on the curves it still have to work a little bit in terms of making sportier. But maybe they don't want to make it sportier. I think they want to make it, as you can see, you can have the navigation also on the screen, on the front screen directly. Maybe they want to make it only to be very comfy, and it is. And to be honest, I have driving Tesla for the last 6 years. Why I'm talking about Tesla too much? Because this is a direct competitor with Model Y, and I think those two cars are probably one of the best, you should get these days, in top 5, right? So most of the time I want to drive comfortable, like I'm driving right now, and this one seems to do a better job. And I think for long distance, the configuration of the seats with suspension and this LFP battery, and the fact that I don't have to worry too much. This is the radar. I don't have to worry too much that the battery will broke, at least, and also it's safe. Man, this car have some good points why you should buy it. And it's running pretty smooth. It's running smooth and nice. I like it. Nice car. So yeah, we will see. Here, I think around here on this road, we should go there. We have some roads where you can drive a little bit faster. Look at this, guys. You can turn around the screen just like that. How cool is that? And you can see it in this way. If you don't like the horizontal, you can see it in vertically. This is another plus in comparison with Tesla. And I like it much more to look at the screen when I have the navigation on, because I feel I have much better view there. You can also activate the cameras just like that. If you want to have the cameras, no matter what speed you have, you can have your cameras activated, and you can also choose back, front, side camera, wherever view you want to have, you can activate it, and it looks like a computer game up there. So you can configure it even when you're driving. This is also a big advantage of this car. And you can turn it, and you can have also the cameras. Even with a screen turn, it shows you a little bit different array here. So let's go back. There you can also deactivate the cameras by pressing this button here. Also you can activate Autopilot. What else I can show you while we're driving? I think those are all the important things that we need to talk. Again, when I activate it, it's so easy. adaptive cruise control. You can press this button, activate it, and the car will stay between the lanes, will keep the distance, will brake, will accelerate. Look at this, it's doing super fine as long as the lanes are very visible. And now we go in the city, slowing down to 50 km/h, and then the car is driving itself. The head-up display, it's also very clear and super smart. Now here we have to drive 30. Around here in Germany there are a lot of speed cameras, so it doesn't make any sense to drive faster than it is, because you can get speed tickets very, very fast. Anyway, sometimes I prefer to have the screen like that, but depending what you're looking, yeah, you can also change it. It's nice. I don't know, it's a nice feeling here in the car. You have also those settings here. You can change the driving modes. You have auto hold. You have also the recuperation. It's very easy to change it. I like the fact that it's easy to change the different driving modes, and I like the fact that I have physical buttons on the steering wheel here. So this, for me, it's very convenient. So definitely one of the reasons why you should buy an BYD Sealion 7 is the fact that it has one of the best and safest battery in the world. Again, another speed camera, and because it's the safest battery in the world and one of the best, and it has up to 5,000 life cycles, charge and discharge, this make this car extremely wanted, extremely good as an option, because you will have this battery for many years. So even if you charge it to 100% and from 0 to 100%, doesn't matter, it doesn't degrade so fast, so it will last much longer. And you know, it's also recommended to charge it from time to time to 100% in order to recalibrate. And that's also a bigger advantage in comparison with the NCM batteries and MC batteries. So yeah, it's a big plus. If you want to hold the car as long as possible, you should definitely check out the cars from BYD. Now I think we still have a little bit until we get there, and then we can drive a little bit faster. Also, the car have an extremely good air filter inside, so you can see a lot of smoke come from this car. So the fact that we have this amazing filter, you don't feel the smell of that pollution, you know, inside the car. So that's fantastic. That's really important, at least if you're driving in a super crowded city. You wanna breathe as healthy as possible, because in time you can get sick. So this car offer you this as well. So again, another reason to want this car, man. But it's so quick, it's so quick. Now I want to see if we can get on the highway a little bit at higher speeds, and also probably to catch some twisty roads, to test it a little bit. But I already understand the car. I understand almost totally, because if I drive so many cars, I understand them really quick. Yeah, it's so comfy, and I was expect to be a little bit more, you know, like a boat, but it is not. You can see it stays pretty good. It doesn't make like a boat in curves, which is impressive, probably because it's also pretty heavy, and also the suspension is set up pretty well. So they didn't set up super soft, they set up somehow soft, but in the same time also pretty good, pretty stiff, so that you have also a good control over the car, a good stability. And indeed it has a good stability. Now we catch this truck here. So all we can do basically is just set up the autopilot and then just let it roll just like that. Look at this. Here it's a little bit fun, some twisty roads, but we have this truck in front. Autopilot is still doing fine. Look at this, it's doing really well. Wipers are silent and good. Yeah, it's doing fine. Look how good it's doing right here. The autopilot is perfect. I think they improve it from the older versions because it seems to be better. And here, wanna accelerate? Oh, push you back in the seat. Lovely brakes, very good brakes. Man, you never feel when you don't know the car is recuperating or using the physical brakes. Feels extremely well. Extremely well built. So I go almost through all the things that really matter for me and was important to find out about. Again, here we have to drive 30. There's some. But it's good that you can definitely set this system to stay at 30 km per hour, and the car will basically hold the 30 km per hour. You can see right there, it's 30. It's holding at 30 km per hour, slowly, steady, and the minimum amount of speed it's 30 km per hour, which you can activate autopilot, which is great because you put it all the way down and then the car is holding 30 km per hour. Now we have 50 here. You know, you drive 50 km per hour with this car, you feel like you're staying. It's like that you know, when you drive with a car and you're driving fast and you feel like you're driving slow, that's a sign that the car it's very well built and it's a premium car. Oh yes, this is what I was looking for. Exactly what I was imagining. Exactly what I was telling you guys. Very good for comfort. Extremely comfortable in curves. Very quick. Great brakes. It sits well on the curves. Whoa, acceleration, it's fun. It's really fun. It's quick. Look. Man, it feels good. It's super stable. The car, it's super stable. Not bad, not bad. It is set up pretty well. The setup, it's quite good. Of the suspension, very well set up, very smart. But indeed, it's not as fun as Tesla to drive on curves, at least. It's not a huge difference, but and Yeah, if you're a person that likes to drive sporty, probably the other one will be more sportier, but if you want comfort, this is perfect. This is really, really perfect indeed. It's super comfy. Now I want to go on that street, yes, and probably we can catch some faster speeds around there. You can see that, but I like it, to be honest. I like very much the car. I really like the way it's set up, and I think I can live with it without any problem. There are a few things that I like much more than on Tesla, and there are a few things that I prefer there more, so it's depend on the personal taste. And look how beautiful is this small village around here. It's so beautiful. It's really cute. How smooth it's also, look, over those big bumps. It's doing quite fine, so the suspension it's quite good. Yeah, or maybe let's go left. Maybe let's go left if we can do that, because there are so many cars passing around here. Maybe that's why we should do right, because it's impossible to go left. This guy was really nice to let me in. Thank you very much, my friend. So here is 30 km/h, so I can also delete this. I like how easy it is to delete this. This navigation. Now here, from here, I think we have some fast. We can drive a little bit faster, so that would be fine. Let me set again, but all the way down to 30. And then from here maybe we can drive a little bit quicker on that road. So we have to go outside this city. You have to drive around 30. And then we can end up this video. So here, whoa, look at this, the grip on acceleration, lovely grip. Yes. It's running so smooth. You don't hear too much noise from the tires, from the lower end. Suspension very good, very comfortable, very good cruiser for long distances. Now you see it, we have some highway there. We can go there, drive a little bit faster, then we go back. We still have 45% battery, plenty of battery. We have standard recuperation, and it's perfect for this type of situation, like on the highway, like on this kind of speeds, because you release acceleration and the car is still rolling. You don't lose too much energy, where if the recuperation was strong, when you release it, then you lose also to that friction. So now it makes a lot of sense to use it in standard mode. So yeah, good setup, very good setup. Now 80, it's gone. You can drive a little bit faster. drive 100 around here, and indeed it's doing lovely, very comfortable. We can also set up here the autopilot, and the car is just driving itself right now. It's hold the distance between the car in front. So you can see right now it's activated or not. Let's see. Where is it? Deactivated. Press to. Now it's good. Now it's activated. Right now the car will keep the distance, will brake, accelerate between the car in front. We can also navigate back. So it warns you because you're not looking straight away, so immediately it's very sensitive, which is fine. And still driving itself automatically right now. In this moment, look at this, it's just keeping the distance, accelerate, brake, do the job for you. We set the destination, and I was hoping that we can drive a little bit faster, but I guess today it's kind of traffic around here, so it's kind of complicated to do that. So probably we will end up the trip soon, and yeah, as soon as I get the car for one more test, I will try to go also on the highway. But in general, I already understand everything about the car, and I make my idea about it. You see, right now the car is still driving on autopilot. Yeah, it sits so well on the road at high speeds. Super good. You can see right now 110, 12. Not too much noise from outside. Very comfortable, very good. Very good cruiser for long distances. As I was expected, the heaviness helped her a lot. So that's fabulous. Brakes are great. No, I like the car. I like it a lot. I'm pretty sure even if we drive 130, 140, 150, even higher speeds, will be great as stability and setup. Lovely car, as it is, as I was expected before to test drive it. Before I test it, I was so excited to test this car, to see it, and now after I test it, I understand it, and yeah, I think it's good. I think it is how I expected. I think it's a better than I was expect. I was expect to be a little bit more yeah, the suspension to be more comfortable, I was expect. But now that I tested, I'm happy that they didn't do it more comfortable, because if it was more comfortable, it wasn't so stable like it is right now. Right now I feel like it is extremely good, extremely stable on the road, so that's a good thing. Anyway, let's find a parking place, a parking lot around here, and stop it. And I want to show you also, here was good. I want to show you also how easy it is to park the car. So let's go back there to the parking lot. You can see in roundabouts it's doing also easy. The turning circle is good, but I want to go here and test it one more time. Okay, it's easy to go around, so even if you want to turn it around here, look at this, you can do it very, very easy. Go in reverse, press the brake, press it forward. Man, the resolution of those cameras, it's insane. Look at the resolution, look at the ground. It's so smooth, even those lines are moving smooth. Good visibility on the mirrors. You can see how easy I park it around here. It has parking sensors, and the parking sensors show you also the distance in centimeters, which is great. This is something that you cannot see anymore on Tesla because it doesn't have any more real sensors. Now it's based on those cameras, but man, it's good. Man, it's really good. The system, the cameras, such a good resolution. I like it. I like it. So nice. What is the consumption? Let me check. If you go here, 21.5 kilowatt hour, but I drive a little bit faster, and it's also pretty cold outside. I have also the heating on the seats, and also the climatic system on. So yeah, it's kind of normal. The way I drive, also steering mode on sport, brake on assisted. Even on sport it's pretty comfortable, surprisingly. And brake assist on sport, comfort, and then we have the energy here on standard. Yeah, this is something that you can also change. Anyway, that was the video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some useful information from here. If you still have questions, ask me down below. Whatever question you have, I will be happy to answer you. If you want to see the car, if you are in Germany, around Germany, definitely check out Autohaus Ries. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. They are very nice. They will help you with every single question. Plus, you can test all the cars. It is how I expected. I was expect to be the suspension a little bit more comfy, but now if I drive in the curves and I go left, right, I understand why they set it up like that. They are more comfortable than on Tesla Model Y, which is good. It is more comfortable inside the cabin. It feels premium. The driving feels smooth and nice. It feels like a high quality build car. Overall, it is not a sporty car, so don't expect to have an SUV sporty with fantastic handlings, but it is made to be comfortable, to be a fantastic daily family car. So yeah, go and test it, see if you like it. From my point of view, I think it's a great car. I think it definitely deserves to buy it because it has this amazing technology and the battery that's so good and safe. And yeah, that was the video, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope the video was useful. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out the full review with the same car, interior, exterior. The video is already on the channel. Definitely check it out. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and we see us soon in the next one. Bye, guys.